There we go. We're gonna go live. Welcome everybody to Comets Gym. We have the Waupaca Comets against the Clintonville Truckers tonight here for some women's volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff. I am joined alongside nobody today. I'm doing all the production and the commentary for today's matchup between Waupaca and Clintonville. But today's going to be a good day. Clintonville right now, they're still looking for their very first win of the season. Their overall record is 0-4, and they're 0-1 in conference play in the Northeastern Conference. And Waupaca, they are on a pretty hot streak right now. Ever since their loss to Abbotsford, they have won 4 straight volleyball games in a volleyball tournament this past Saturday, where they defeated Rossholt, Amherst, New London, Waupaca, Fremont, and Green Bay East. And all of those wins were 2-0. So Waupaca is definitely going off a lot of success here to open up the season. 6-1 overall record for them. We'll be set to tip it off here at around 7 o'clock tonight. We got Waupaca in the blue and Clintonville in the orange tonight. This is the very first volleyball game that I'm doing some commentary for, so I'm pretty excited for what's to come here tonight. Don't know what we're going to have in store, but since Waupaca is on a pretty hot streak, winning 5 straight matchups, I'm going to assume that the way they've been playing recently, they want to close this one out pretty darn quickly in 2 sets. Or 3 sets, that is. As we're waiting for the start to tonight's matchup, we'll go over some sponsors for tonight. We got Fleet Farm. Get ready for fall cleanup at Fleet Farm. Get all the gear you need from mowers and sprayers to grass seed and fertilizers. Plus, check out supplies for outside jobs like pressure washers, shed, and paint. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm today. We're going to go to a quick commercial break here. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports, where Clintonville is set to face Waupaca here in Comets Gym. We'll be right back.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
Before, during, or after the game, come to the pub. This is Tim Watley. The pub on Main Street is Waupaca's favorite place to watch the game and a great place to eat too. We're known for our world-famous burgers with a wide variety that everyone will love. And now we offer lunch buffets 3 days a week. Taco Tuesday, pasta lunches, and Thursday soup buffet, all ready to eat to get you back to work on time. And of course, when the sun goes down, the pub on Main Street is Waupaca's favorite spot for nightlife.
Welcome back here to Comets Gym here in Waupaca. This should be a pretty good matchup tonight for Waupaca, as I believe that this is going to be their first conference matchup here for women's volleyball to open the 2022-2023 season. I was here for Waupaca's matchup against Abbotsford with Jack, who was doing commentary for the game last week, and Waupaca looked very strong in their first set as they beat Abbotsford in the opening set. But then Abbotsford, all of a sudden, they just woke up, they turned up the heat, and they just started to take over here in Comets Gym last week. Student section starting to pile up a little bit here in the gym as we're getting moments closer to tip-off, or set-off, however you want to call it. But this Waupaca Comets team, they are a very young team made up of three starting sophomores for the team, and there's also a junior and then 2 other seniors who are starting. But the main player to watch for Waupaca in the past and more recently is Peyton Carlson. She has been dominant, getting some blocks. The 5'11" freshman. The fact that she's only a freshman is just incredible. When you have young talent like that going into your team, a younger team which has aspirations to making it to the state tournament and possibly bringing home a state championship, you absolutely want to see that in a young team. When you have that in a young team, you're going to start developing, and once your team gets older, they can turn into a dominant force, and that's when a bunch of big college schools, D1, D2, D3, are going to be looking for these players and are going to be like, yeah, we want you on this team. So right now, the Waupaca team's just working on their serving as we're getting moments closer to the tip-off, or the serve, opening serve, I guess you want to call it. That leads us to another sponsor. With it being absolutely gorgeous outside, how about the Par 4 Resort? The beautiful Par 4 Resort in Waupaca is home to 18 fun-filled holes at the Foxfire Golf Club, as well as a full menu of delicious lunch and dinner options at the Par 4 Bistro. Get your family and friends together and head to the Waupaca favorite for dinner, for golf, and an overnight stay at the Par 4 Resort in Waupaca. I'm a golfer myself, so I'm going to have to check out that place sometime in the future, maybe before the summer season ends here as we get into the fall months. School year just started for these schools about a week ago, so school year starting for everybody now. It's that time of year. Thank you all for tuning in here tonight here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff, and I'm excited to have you guys here with me along this journey tonight for Waupaca Comets volleyball facing the Clintonville Truckers. As I said, Clintonville still looking for their first win of the season, and this would be a really good place for them to have it in a tough road environment where the student section is going to be going crazy for this Waupaca team, especially since they've won 5 straight matchups. They must have taken the volleyball tournament that they were in this past weekend because they didn't lose at all, so don't really know much information on that, but we have an exciting one for you guys today, that's for sure. According to the scoreboard, about 6 minutes or so until the opening serve for tonight's match. We're going to go to another commercial break here. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Waupaca Mattresses is Waupaca's own local family-owned and operated go-to for factory direct pricing on furniture, beds, sofas, sections, recliners, and so much more. All under one roof and all priced to sell with 40 to 70% off on major brands. Make your house feel like home with a comfortable item. With next day delivery and knowledgeable staff, we're ready to ensure you get the perfect new furniture for your home. These factors combined with great quality products makes Waupaca Mattress the perfect place to find the missing piece for your home. Shop Waupaca Mattresses on Highway 2 in Waupaca. Enjoy Waupaca's finest restaurant, whether you're in the mood for fresh seafood, juicy steaks, or a full menu of extras. Come to Simpson's Restaurant in downtown Waupaca for the finest dining experience in town. The food is always made from scratch with fresh ingredients. The atmosphere offers the elegant hometown supper feel, along with a large outdoor patio. Family night out, meeting up with friends, or a private party. No matter what your event, there's always a place for you at Simpson's. An enjoyable dining experience awaits you at Simpson's Restaurant in downtown Waupaca.
Welcome back, everybody, to Waupaca Comets Volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. I'm your boy, Brendan Retzloff, and we are going to get into this one in just about 4 minutes for the opening serve tonight. Student section for Waupaca is starting to pile up a little more as they have all the cardboard cutouts of the players' faces. You gotta love it. Waupaca looking to continue their straight up dominance on the floor, on the volleyball court. Clintonville doing their warm-ups. Like I said, this team's still looking for their first win of the season, and what a better place to do it in Waupaca than anywhere else, where every single time I have covered an event here in Waupaca, Waupaca has lost. So maybe I'm bad juju for Waupaca, but we'll find out tonight. So those of you with the odds, making your bets or whatever, if you got your money on Waupaca, I'm sorry, because with me being here, might not cut it. So all jokes aside though, tip off for opening serve, we got in about 2.5 minutes from now. Or they're going to introduce the lineups and probably go to the national anthem, I would assume. This Waupaca Comets team, though, led by Coach Liz Kinnear, they have absolutely shown up on the volleyball court ever since their loss to Abbotsford last week. They've won 5 straight matchups, looking to make it 6. And they would be on a pretty darn good hot streak to open up the regular season of play here in WIAA sports. Here on Zaleski Sports. Like I said, this is going to be my first commentary and play-by-play for some volleyball tonight, so I'm excited for it. I don't know too much about volleyball, but I'm going to keep this thing entertaining for you guys tonight. And speaking of some good entertainment and food, check out Simpson's. Whether you're in the mood for fresh seafood or a mouth-watering burger, you'll find just what you're looking for at Simpson's Restaurant. Enjoy a relaxing environment or sit on an outdoor patio and let Simpson's take care of dinner tonight in downtown Waupaca. That is Simpson's Restaurant. When I'm reading all these ads for restaurants and food, I'm going to start getting hungry, but I can fight off the temptations here and cover some volleyball for you guys, because that's really what I want to do tonight. So I'm kind of glad I'm not out there on the floor. I am not a great volleyball player. I'll just put it like that for you guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight here on Zaleski Sports. Yeah, watching Clintonville do their practice serves, it looks like they have a couple piled down to hit them in the corners. It sounds like the corners is where you want to hit them here. Teams gathering up here. I'm going to guess we'll be going to the starting lineups very shortly here. Or are we just kicking this thing off? Speaking of kickoff, regular season for the NFL opens up tonight between the Bills and the Rams. That's going to be a pretty darn good football game. But tonight we're covering some women's volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. And it does look like we will open with the national anthem. We'll send this one to the public address announcer. We're going to start off with the lineup for the Clintonville Truckers, still looking for their first win. Number 7, McKaylee Stevenson. Junior number 9 for the Truckers, Nicole Sassy. Senior number 10, Isabel DeJesus. Senior number 14 for the Truckers, Gracie Poole. Senior number 15, Megan Grippentrog. And number 5, also a senior for this team, Bailey Luce. And the head coach for Clintonville is Jake Zarnecki. And here's the lineup for the Waupaca Comets tonight here on Zaleski Sports. Senior number 2, Alexis Schultz. Freshman number 3, big-time player Peyton Carlson. Junior number 9 for the Comets, Josie Peterson. Senior number 11, Olivia Grawl. Senior number 14, Grace Bogard. Senior number 15, Brooklyn Jonenik. And the sophomore to close out the starting lineup, number 1, Natalie Waller. And the head coach for Waupaca, Liz Kinnear. We are about to have our opening serve tonight here between these two programs. One looking for their first win of the season, and one looking to win 6 straight games. We got a good one for you tonight here on Zaleski Sports. I am Brendan Retzloff. We appreciate the officials for tonight's game. Which team is hungrier for a win? That's the main question here tonight. With the hot streak Waupaca is on, they can't let that thought get into their head. And Clintonville, they want their first win so badly here, especially a conference win here in the Northeastern Conference between these two programs. We're going to tip it off here. Emily Taylor going to have the opening serve here for the Truckers. Up into number 2, Alexis Schultz. Schultz to Carlson. Carlson hits it over the net into number 10. Carlson with the dive there. And Waupaca number 9 there, that's Cindy Ruffalo. Ruffalo with the point for Waupaca to open up the night. Josie Peterson with the opening serve for Waupaca here tonight. Very nice save there by number 4, Emily Taylor. And number 9, Josie Peterson with a nice slam. Nice spike over the net there. That's another point for the Comets. Actually, that might have been Olivia Grawl there with the point. Another nice serve there, very high into the air. Number 15 there, Megan Gritomic. She hits it a little hard there. Back up to number 4, and a nice block there coming from number 13, Jenna Doro. And the nice slam, another one. That was Grace Bogard for the Comets, going up 3-0 to start tonight's matchup. Bogard just said not today there to the Truckers as the ball rolls all the way into the back of the gym where one of the volunteers had to grab it there. Josie Peterson, another serve for Waupaca. She hits it very light, and that's an ace. You'll love to see aces on the board here for the teams. Liz Kinnear, the coach, absolutely loving it, doing the gritty for the team, trying to get their bench a little riled up. Serve over that to number 7, number 4. And there's going to be a call, and that's going to be Waupaca's point. And the crowd, the student section, finally makes some noise. Peterson, another really light serve. Absolutely gorgeous. Over the net there. And that one's going to bounce off the net. They got to hit it over here. Well done there by Genadoro. And number 9 for the Truckers, that's Nicole Sazzi, getting the first point of the night for Clintonville here in this conference matchup. McKaylee Stevenson with the serve. She hits it very strong. That one could have gone over, but Waupaca decides to take a hit at it, and that one's going to be tipped off of Clintonville, so that's going to be Waupaca's point. They are up 6-1 tonight. Very solid start here for the Comets. Number 4, Emma O'Keefe, serving for Waupaca here. Back to the Truckers. Number 6 with the light stuff there. That is Lauren Zoroschwitz. She is a 5'10 senior, getting a point there. Isabel DeJesus with the serve here, 6'2", Waupaca. And Peyton Carlson just absolutely annihilates that ball into the corner for a point for Waupaca. She was not taking no for an answer there on Clintonville. Olivia Grawl with a serve here. A little nice tap, a nice dig there from Grawl. Up to 15 there. That is Megan, actually, no, that is Brooklyn Johannowit. Nice rally here we got going. Grace Poole, what a save there by Nicole Sazzi. And number 6, and there's a stuff there by number 15, Brooklyn Johannowit. Payne Carlson throws stuff, and the dig is not going to be enough there. Number 5, Bailey Luce, was trying to have a nice dig there off of Peyton Carlson's spike, but just couldn't be enough. Peyton Carlson just with too much power. And that serve there from Olivia Grawl was a little too much for Waupaca. 8-3 is the score. Nicole Sazzi. Nicole Sazzi, actually, my bad. With the serve up to number 9. Number 13 with a little nice stuff. And that one, it just gets too far away from Clintonville. Waupaca with a very nice start here tonight. Alexis Schultz, the 5'5 senior for Waupaca, with a serve with absolutely no spin on that ball. Very interesting. And a nice shot there from Irene Los Santos for Clintonville to get another point on the board to make it 4-9. Yeah, Los Santos just found a nice gap there where Waupaca just couldn't get to the ball in time. Put some very nice touch on the ball there. Megan Grachippenfog with the serve, and that one goes off the net, and Sazzi just wasn't sure how to hit that one off of the net there as Waupaca gets another point on the board. Peyton Carlson, the MVP, according to the student section, serves it a little too far over the line for inbounds and out. So that's going to be a point to Clintonville here tonight. Bailey Luce serving. That one was a little strong too. I'm not sure if that one would have stayed in either. 14 with a little too much. That's going to be 4 hits there from Waupaca as Grace Bogard just Didn't hit it off the right spot of her fist there. Grace Bogard again with another miscue. Nice recovery there coming from Natalie Waller. And a nice block. And that was also Grace Bogard, but Bogard just tipped it incorrectly off the block there. Putting Clintonville back into this one, 7-10. Loose with the serve. Bogard trying to get back on track here. Bogard's going to hit this one back, and she hits it into the corner, and that is a great hit there from Grace Bogard. Grace Bogard, the 5'10 senior, she has the height to easily get the ball over the net, so when you get an easy angle like that, to hit the ball into the corners, it's very more easy to do. Natalie Waller, she hits it a little too strong. Are we in Colorado or something? Because right now, the way these players are serving, the ball is just getting cranked well over the net. The thin air here in Waupaca, Comets Gym, can't knock the ball down in time. Emily Taylor serving for Clintonville Truckers. Grace Bogard's going to hit this one over off of 15 there. And a very nice tip there from number 11, Olivia Grawl, the 6'1", yes, 6'1" senior. And like I said, when you have the heights and you're up in the, right up in the center there like that to hit it over the net, it's pretty easy to do. A little miscue there by Bailey Luce as another point is given to Waupaca to make it 13-8. Josie Peterson, he's on her next round of serves tonight. Bailey Luce with a nice dig. Hitting that one over the net there. Olivia Grawl just mashing it. Mashed potatoes right into the corner. And Waupaca with another point on the board, making it 14-8. Peterson, she served that one with a little bit of authority. Number 9 there, very well placed by Sazy. Nicole Sazy, giving her name a statement here tonight. Michaeli Stevenson on her second round of serves here tonight. Serves it very light and high, very easy for Waupaca to reach. And the block by number 10, Isabella DeJesus on Olivia Grawl. 5'10" on 6 foot on 6'1". That is rare to see in women's volleyball. When you have the height, you are meant to be one of those volleyball players who has some excellence. And there's another point for Clintonville. Keeping this set close right now. Opening set of tonight's matchup between the Clintonville Truckers and the Waupaca Comets here on Zaleski Sports. Here we go, another serve. Natalie Waller and Olivia Grawl just hitting the ball with authority right now, but very nice dig and save there by the Truckers. Sazy to Carlson to Peterson. We got a good rally going here tonight. And that one is hit into the corner, and number 6, Lauren Zerowitz for the Truckers, getting the team riled up as Waupaca fails to score a point there off of a great rally. Give credit to Clintonville there on that one. 14-12 Waupaca. Too much there from number 14. And Grace Bogard. And a timeout is going to be called here on the floor as Clintonville brings this matchup to 1. We're going to be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stone shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Welcome back to women's high school volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. We have a good one here going here in the first set. Opening set of tonight's match between the Comets and the Truckers. And a very nice stuff there. Playing conservative here a little bit. Number 6. That is Bogard there with the tip. Olivia Grawl with a nice save. Carlson, she's just going to have to hit it over the net. Peterson to Bogard. Bogard getting the team fired up here in Waupaca tonight. 15-13. Emma O'Keefe serving her second round of serves here tonight for the Comets. She serves that one in the net. That's going to be a fault. That's going to be a point for Clintonville. When we were speaking to Coach Liz Kinnear last week, or when Jack did, she was talking about the errors and miscues that the team was making, and she wants them to have a lot less. Wow. What a hit by Peyton Carlson. But as I was saying, she wants them to fix up their miscues on the floor because they had so many of those against Abbotsford, and they must have cleaned up because if they have 5 straight victories going into this match, that's how you win games. You just don't have any errors as a team, and that's going to be another point there for Waupaca, as that one was hit a little too hard there by Sazy. Olivia Grawl serving this one for Waupaca. Grawl's going to take the next hit as well. Up to Peterson, off to 13. That's Jenna Doro, and that's another point for Waupaca. 18-14 here in the opening set. Yeah, when you have the height like some of these players do, volleyball is just your sport to play. Volleyball or basketball, height's pretty important when it comes to those sports, and you got to understand how everything works. Peyton Carlson hits that one right on the line. What a hit. When you can hit the ball with that much power and that much accuracy into a corner or on a line, the other team stands no chance to defend that type of hit. And that's going to be a miscue there by McKaylee Stevenson. Just got a little too far inside of the forearm, and there's going to be a timeout here called by Clintonville. We're going to stay on the broadcast here as we're going to go through another sponsor here. Schuller's Great Expectations. For great food and great entertainment in Waupaca, make it Schuller's Great Expectations. There's always a game on, and take your pick of plenty of delicious lunch and dinner choices. Great Expectations in Waupaca. 7:26 here, Central Time, for any of our viewers who are on the East or West Coast or Mountain Time. Welcome to Zaleski Sports for WIAA Women's High School Volleyball of the Northeastern Conference between the Waupaca Comets in the blue and the Clintonville Truckers in the orange. Commentary by yours truly, Brendan Retzloff. I'm glad to have you guys here with me tonight, as Waupaca is looking for 6 straight victories and the Truckers are looking for their first of the season. Olivia Grawl is going to serve this one off the net. A little miscue there, but able to recover, and a very nice block, but that one's going to go off of the line there, out of bounds. So the Truckers are going to get the point here. Nicole Sazy serving for the Truckers. Student section getting into it. Peyton Carlson with a nice dig. Sazy with the hit. Off to number 14 with a little spike there. That's Gracie Poole. Peyton Carlson accidentally hits that one into the net. A little bit of a miscue there. 2016. Comets on top. 2016 was a good year. That was my freshman year of high school. Very, very good times. Peyton Carlson with a nice hit. The dig by Bailey Luce. Not going to be enough for Waupaca. And the Waupaca student section, Chan USA. Gotta love this country. Go America. Alexis Schultz with the serve. And she hits that one too much. I'm wondering if the air is a little thin in here. It is kind of hot and humid in here. So, I mean, with it being humid, you would think the air is thick, so it wouldn't be thin. Remember Emma Grippentrog with the serve, and what a hit there. Was that Peyton Carlson? That was either Alexis Schultz or Peyton Carlson there with the point for Waupaca. Carlson's going to be serving this one. (22-17) Comets on top here in the opening set. Carlson serves it into the corner. What a serve! Off of Megan Grippentrog there of Clintonville. Very nice point there for the Comets. Actually, that was Michaela Stevenson, and then that was 14, Gracie Poole with a nice point there for Clintonville. Bailey Luce, I believe this is her second or third go-to on the serving train. And she serves it into an unprepared Waupaca Comets defense. When you catch them sleeping like that, it's not going to be smooth sailing for the defense. 23-19. As they'd like to say in Monsters Inc., a 23-19. Not a good situation to be in, but Waupaca wants to be in that situation, but that's going to be a little too much there. Serves it off of the line. That's going to be another point for the Truckers. Bailey Luce with a few nice serves here tonight. That is Grace Bogard. I think she intended on hitting it to her own players, but she had a little too much heat on it. And it's going to be 23-21. Clintonville gets a point there. Very close matchup we got going so far here on Zaleski Sports. Another sponsor we have for you guys tonight is Office Outfitters. Office Outfitters is your one-stop shop for business. Visit us online at www.officeoutfitters.com or stop in our store in downtown Waupaca. That's officefitters.com. A little surprising with how this game is going so far. Not sure why our scoreboard right now says 23-17. It's 23-21. We're gonna make sure that we have that fixed for you guys. But our score is 23-21. So ignore the scoreboard right now. And Waupaca with another point. That's gonna make it 24-21. There we go. We got the scoreboard fixed for you guys here. Waupaca looking to win set number 1 of tonight's matchup. Natalie Waller with the serve, trying to close it out for Waupaca here in the opening set. Off to Waller. Bogard with the hit. Nice block there by number 10 in Elizabeth DeJesus. Peyton Carlson with a nice hit. A little too much there from number 9 at Josie Peterson. 22-24. Clintonville hanging on tight. Emily Taylor gonna be serving this one. Substitutes have been made here on both sides of the ball. Peterson off of Schultz. Schultz serving it over to Jesus. A little too much. Did it hit the line? The ball hit the line. That one was very close. 23-24. De Jesus puts the right stuff on the ball. And the Truckers are not giving in yet. You like to see fighting teams, especially in a team that does not have a win. Grace Bogart just gets stuffed by, that was De Jesus as well. We are tied at 24, so we do not have set point. We are going into a deuce. Isabella De Jesus, the 6-foot senior for the Truckers. What a dig, but that one's gonna go out. That's a very nice dig attempt by Natalie Waller for Waupaca. But Clintonville, they take their first lead of tonight's game, and they have the advantage here in set one. Waller. Actually, that wasn't Waller, that was Schultz. Alexis Schultz with a very nice touch there with the ball. And we're into another deuce, 25s. This game might be more entertaining than the opening NFL game tonight right now. Peterson with the serve. Bailey loose, she's gonna smack this one over the net. Just a great team effort there, combining from Schultz and Emma O'Keefe all the way to Olivia Grawl there. Very nice point by Waupaca. They have the advantage here in set one. Josie Peterson with her third set of serves tonight. Very nice dig there by number 7, McKaylee Stevenson. Grace Bogard, was it tipped? Was it tipped? They don't call a tip on it, so that's going to be Clintonville's point. And the score is tied at 26. We have a very good back and forth going here. McKaylee Stevenson going to be serving this one. Who's going to win this opening set here tonight? Payne Carlson with a little miscue. Very nice save there by Waller. And then Olivia Grawl just had to hit it over the net. And there's another point there for the Truckers. Truckers, they give themselves the advantage back here in set one. Waupaca defense looking a little offset here in set one. Olivia Grawl just with a beautiful touch over the net. Tied at 27, the back and forth in this one. This is what you love to see in conference matchups. I'm still trying to learn all of these names without looking at the roster sheets here. Emma O'Keefe here, serving it. And a miscue there from Bailey Luce as the Comets get to 28. Can Waupaca take this opening set here? Emily Taylor off the net, the block, the stuff by number 11, Olivia Grawl, and the Comets take set number 1, 29-27. What an opening set here tonight, here in Comet Gym. I'm just making up the name of this gym, but I'm calling it Comet Gym because they are the Waupaca Comets, and this is a gym, so it's Comet Gym. I'm Brendan Retzloff. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports as Waupaca takes the opening set 29-27. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
The big thing for Farmers State Bank is we're a community-oriented. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community. We do everything to help and give back. Our investing in you and you pride yourself.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. New Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision. Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds of fall at the Clearwater Harbor Lakefront Restaurant. A scenic and vibrant environment welcomes you to a perfect place to grab a bite to eat, enjoy live music on the dock, or simply take in the beauty of the chain of lakes of Waupaca. The menu is filled with burgers, sandwiches, appetizers, and more, and there's so much more than just a restaurant. With boat cruises and private event options available too. Get your family and friends together and make dinner an experience you'll guarantee to love at Clearwater Harbor on Highway Double Q in Waupaca.
Welcome back to Comets and Truckers Volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. Welcome back to Comets and Truckers Volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff, joined alongside me, myself, and I. And Waupaca took a very exciting opening set here in tonight's game, or in tonight's match, taking it 29-27 in the opening set against the winless Clintonville Truckers here in Northeastern Conference Volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. The main force there for Waupaca to be in the first set was Olivia Grawl. Olivia Grawl, the 6'1" senior, I believe senior. Let's see here. Olivia Grawl, yeah, 6'1" senior. She was playing close to the net like she probably should be, and she was able to get all the angles on the Truckers defense. And she had the final point there in the opening set there for the Comets. Josie Peterson also going to be serving here for Waupaca. McKaylee Stevenson just gets rejected by Grawl. That's going to be a point to begin set number 2 for the Comets. Yeah, Clintonville, they have been struggling this past season, so they're trying to get themselves win number 1 on the board, try to get some motivation going in to the middle of the season. We're already reaching towards mid-season here. Grace Bogard with a nice hit there, and that is not a very good communication there coming from Clintonville. Megan Grippentrog with a little mishit there. But the Comets, on the other hand, their last 5 games, they won in 2 sets to Roswell, 2 sets to Amherst, 2 sets to New London, 2 sets to WIAA Fremont, and 2 sets to Green Bay East. Just absolute domination. I believe that they played in a tournament this past weekend, and the Comets are up 2-1 over the Truckers here in set number 2. Emily Taylor with the serve. Grace Bogard over to Peterson. Off of Grawl. And Grawl just with a little nice tap right over the net. And just too much to handle for the Truckers. The serve here coming from Emma O'Keefe. And Stacey gets rejected by number 10, Sydney Ruffalo for the Comets. First time mentioning Sydney Ruffalo's name tonight. That actually might have been number 13, Jenna Doro. Yes, that was 13, Jenna Doro. That's still first time mentioning her name tonight, too. Sydney Ruffalo is on the bench, so Her name did get mentioned, though. Number 4, that's Emma O'Keefe with the serve. Off to Sazy. Peterson to Carlson. Carlson off of Emily Taylor for another point. That was tipped off of Taylor. O'Keefe setting a few good serves here for Waupaca. That's Grippentrog over to Sazy. Peterson to Grawl. Grawl just with a nice touch over 2 defenders of Clintonville. What a solid start here for the Waupaca Comets here in set number 2. Absolute dominance, and there's going to be a timeout called by Clintonville. Olivia Grawl for Waupaca right now is completely dominating the defensive side of Clintonville. And as Journey is playing the student section, absolutely loving it. Don't stop believing. That's what Clintonville needs to live by right now, because their mantra, they're kind of losing it right now. 7-1. Student section definitely getting into it though. Emma O'Keefe with another serve. What a beautiful touch for an ace. That is Waupaca's 3rd ace tonight. That's Emma O'Keefe's 1st ace tonight. Let's see if she can get another one here for Waupaca. She is serving it right off of that line, and it's just great touch. What a hit and a spike by Jenna Doro right on Stacey. Just with authority right now. Waupaca is showing the Truckers who's boss. That's gonna go off to Peyton Carlson. The tip doesn't even matter because it still hits the line. That's another point for Waupaca as they go off to 10-1. And the Waupaca student faithful chanting she's a freshman because she is a freshman. Peyton Carlson, absolute dominance, and the officials are talking about something here on the floor. Not sure what it would be. The ball finished in bounds. It was tipped. Either way, it should be a point for Waupaca, and that is how they call it. Not sure what they were talking about there, but always good to get everything in square, in line for the officials. DeJesus, what a dig there by Natalie Waller. That's going to be a little too much heat there off of Megan Grippentrog, and the Comets go up by 10. Absolute dominance here in the second set. Emma O'Keefe is still serving. The dig, what a dig there by Brooklyn Hop. First time mentioning her name tonight. That's going to be a little too much though. That's Grippentrog again with an error. Comets are up 12-1. Clintonville needs to get their defense in line. I think they need to play more conservative here because they're just trying to play too aggressive right now. Peterson to Carlson. What a dig. What a dig by Brooklyn Hop. But a point once again for Waupaca. Hop just ate the force of that ball from Peyton Carlson right into her fist, but she made a great dig. The fundamentals right now by some of these players are absolutely incredible, but Waupaca is just dominating right now. DeJesus off to Taylor to Sazy to Waller. Waller up to Taylor. Taylor off of number 7 there. That is McKaylee Stevenson. the Comets with a nice spike into there, but a good dig there for Clintonville. Jenna Doro and Peyton Carlson. My, oh my. That shouldn't even be allowed. When you spike a volleyball with that much force and authority and just aggressiveness, the team is not going to recover from that. The defense just has no way of doing anything. That's another nice dig. That's off of the net, though. Brooklyn Hop, she's making some very nice digs here on the defensive side for the Truckers, but I've never seen a team dominate so much in a set. 15-1, Waupaca. DeJesus gets rejected by Grawl, and it's going to be 16-1 Comets. Emma O'Keefe is still serving the ball for Waupaca. She has served the ball 15 times in this set. That is insane. And that one goes out too. That one was off of number 4, Emily Taylor. And a timeout is going to be called on the floor. And I do not blame Clintonville. They are just getting absolutely dominated by Waupaca. And they might have a tough sleep tonight if they end up losing this set by 24. Speaking of sleeping tonight, how about Waupaca mattresses? Save over 40 to 70% on major mattress brands with factory direct prices at Waupaca mattresses. No appointment needed. Just stop in and save on County Road, Double Q in Waupaca. That is Waupaca mattresses. The Waupaca Comets. Just absolute domination here in set number 2 after taking set 1 29-27. It was such an exciting set 1, but it looks like Coach Liz Kinnear and the Comets got everything figured out here in set number 2. I'm going to guess she told them just play a lot more conservative, use the fundamentals of the game, place your serves in good spots, get the other team slacking on defense, and that is what Liz Kinnear got the Truckers to do. And Emma O'Keefe is still serving the ball. I've never seen this before. This is her 17th or 16th serve in the set, and the Clintonville Truckers finally find themselves another point. That was McKillie Stevenson there. McKillie Stevenson just had nice touch there on that volleyball. Got between 3 defenders of Waupaca. And Stevenson with a serve off to Carlson, off of Peterson. Grall's height, I think, is just unbeatable. Olivia Grall and Peyton Carlson are such a good duo for this team right now. Head coach of Clintonville, Jade Zarnecki, she needs to figure out what's going on with their defense, because right now I think they're just not moving enough. That's another point there for Waupaca, as that was Jenna Doro. She just had to tap it over the net. No one was there. Like, phone home. ET, phone home. And there's another point there for Waupaca. 20-2. That one got served in the very back. Liz Kinnear, the coach, had to get that one for the team. And Olivia Grall will be serving this one for the Comets. Into the 2-1-3 defense for the Truckers. Number 6, Lauren Zurowitz, gets rejected by number 15 in Brooklyn Joannowick, and that one gets hit into the corner, and they're going to call that Waupaca point. Olivia Grall will be serving again, 21-2. Brooklyn hop. Off to number 6. And Lauren Zerowitz. Lauren Zerowitz with a very nice hit there from the side into the corner to get another point there for Clintonville. Isabella DeJesus with the serve. The dig attempt there by Emma O'Keefe, not going to be enough. 21-4. DeJesus catching the Comets sleeping. They might need the mattresses from Waupaca. You might have to visit Waupaca Mattresses. Emma O'Keefe getting subbed out for number 6 and Michaela Myers. The 5'3" senior. DeJesus, she's gonna hit this one hard this time. Gonna be prepared for it. And Peyton Carlson showing up when she needs to. A little quiet MVP chant there. Looks like Emily Pearson is being subbed out for, looks like, number 10 and Sydney Ruffalo. Or Josie Peterson's being subbed out. My apologies. Olivia Schultz with the serve. Or Alexis Schultz. Mixing up my names right now. A lot of game going on. Peyton Carlson just with a great hit, but a great save there by Emily Taylor. Taylor off to Lauren Zerowitz. I thought that one was tipped there. No tip called. Waupaca with another point. 23-5 Comets. Alexis Schultz serving it for Waupaca. McKaylee Stevenson off to Bailey Hop. Or Brooklyn Hop. And there's going to be another point there for the Truckers. It's going to be doubtful that they win the set. I'm not going to say that Waupaca is going to win the set by all means, but the Truckers have a lot of work up their sleeves if they want to catch up here and put up a fight. They put up a fight in the first set, losing it 29-27. Carlson, Irene Los Santos there with a good hit, but Peyton Carlson, she is just standing there, getting ready for a pass from one of her teammates to just hit that one from the left corner back into the other left corner. Ball placement is key in volleyball. Peyton Carlson going to be serving this one, looking to close out set number 2. Very good dig. Just getting the Clintonville Truckers off of their feet. Peyton Carlson off of number 9. Nicole Sazie. Number 2, Irene Los Santos, not enough to handle that hit. And Waupaca takes set number 2. What a dominant second set there from Waupaca, taking it 25-6. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports as the Waupaca Comets are up 2-0 against the Clintonville Truckers, looking to win 6 straight games are the Comets. And the Truckers are still looking for win number 1 of the season. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
We are Waupaca Foundry.
I am Waupaca. I am Waupaca.
I am Waupaca.
I am Waupaca Foundry.
Proud of our heritage. Committed to the future. Solid as the castings we create.
Fletcher's Jewelers is Waupaca's own local jeweler with an exceptional line of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, and a variety of bracelets. As your 4th generation jeweler, they have the experience you can count on, with an emphasis always on you, the customer. Get the perfect necklace, earrings, or bracelet in gold, sterling silver, or white gold. And you've got the perfect gift for a birthday, anniversary, special occasion, or just because. They carry the top brands and even offer Wisconsin Badger and Packer items. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers in downtown Waupaca.
Welcome back to some women's high school volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff. Once again, oh, my bad. You guys couldn't hear me earlier. Welcome back to high school women's volleyball here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff, joined alongside me, myself, and I. One-man crew here tonight. But I'm also joined alongside the officials we have here tonight. Thank you to them for doing their work. As we're about to enter set number 3 of tonight's matchup between the Waupaca Comets and the Clintonville Truckers. The main story here tonight has been the offensive side of Waupaca and how much power they've been able to put into their digs and their serves and you name it. Their spikes, their hits. They've been able to set the ball really well to each other. They've been working very well together as a team, proving why they have won 5 straight games. Head coach of this team, Liz Kinnear, we talked to her last week. She said she wanted to fix all the fundamental errors that they had against Abbotsford. Abbotsford is a very talented team, though. She already knew that. They played their hearts out. They just had a lot of miscommunications and a lot of fundamental mistakes. You can tell tonight that they have cleaned up on that so much. Clintonville, they are still looking for that first win of the regular season. Head coach Jade Zarnecki, we haven't been able to talk, but I'm sure she's telling her players the same exact thing that Liz Kinnear was telling them last week after Waupaca lost to Abbotsford. Just work on the fundamentals. Just take your time. Take it 1 point at a time. Like that's what they were living by in the first set, and that's why it was so close in the opening set here. Emily Taylor gonna be serving this one off here for Clintonville, and she's gonna serve that one very nicely to get the opening point here of set number 3. Looks like we'll have to zoom out a little bit here. Emily Taylor once again. And that one just gets hit hard by Grace Bogard. Like I said, the story of tonight has been the hard hits, hard knocks by Waupaca. The team scored 17 straight points on the Truckers. Just godly numbers. Josie Peterson with the serve, off to Sazy. Josie Peterson off to Payne Carlson, and tipped off of DeJesus. That's going to be another point here for Waupaca. Payne Carlson smiling to the bench of Waupaca. Reasons for all smiles here for the Comets. Josie Peterson serving it off to McKaylee Stevenson. DeJesus up into Waller. Waller with a beautiful dig, but Rachel Thobabin not enough to handle there. First time calling her name tonight. Rachel Thobabin, a 5'11" senior for Waupaca. She's in the game. Rachel Stevenson. Waller off to Peterson, off of Peterson again, and then off of Carlson. It's going to be another point for Clintonville. Clintonville getting off to a hot start here in the 3rd set tonight. That was McKaylee Stevenson with the serve. I might have said Rachel Stevenson, not sure why. Olivia Grawl, she's back, and she is playing her front spot like the 6'1" player should be. Grace Bogard just crushes that ball like a home run in softball or baseball. Gonna be too far though. 4-2. Truckers on top here in set 3. Very high serve there from Stevenson. Off of Bogard to Peterson. What a save there by Stevenson. Also from Sazy. And Taylor with a nice dig too. And great, that's Olivia Grawl with her first mishap of the day, it seems like. Swung a little too early. Natalie Waller off of Grace Bogard. And I think Grace Bogard passed the midline, so that's going to be a Clintonville point. And I would be correct. Yeah, Grace Bogard just got a little too close there to the line. A little too close that she went over. McKaylee Stevenson off to Waller, off of Peterson. And Peyton Carlson. That might have been the best stuff I've seen tonight right there. Not like a rejection type of stuff, but just the stuffing you put into the volleyball to put that much power and RPMs on it, man, I would not want to be the defense there. Emma O'Keefe was serving it again for Waupaca. Payne Carlson with a nice dig. Waller with a good save there. Off to, that looked like Thorbaben. And that's going to hit the line, and that's going to be another point for Clintonville. 7-3 Truckers here in the third set tonight. Isabella DeJesus serving it. Waller, Peterson, Thorbaben, doesn't matter. She gets the point for Waupaca. They are down 4-7. Olivia Grawl, 6'1" senior, gonna be serving this one for the Comets. Like, just imagine being 6'1", because I can't. I'm only 5'8". I thought I was 5'9", but in my physical I was told I was 5'8". But, you know, that's how it is sometimes. 5'7" Comets, down by 2. Serves it off of the net. Got pretty lucky there. And a nice dig there by Thorbaben. Off to Grawl. Grawl to Taylor. Very good rejection by Thorbaben. She's doing some pretty good bench work for the Comets. But the hit there by number 14 and Gracie Poole, too much for Waupaca to handle. As it's 8-5. Nicole Sazy, putting some sass on the ball. Some sass power there. Thorbaben getting rejected by Clintonville. Clintonville up 9-5 here in this set. And head coach Jade Zarnecki must have spoken some good words to her team, because they are showing up here in the third set. What a rejection! But it's going to be a point for Waupaca. The rejection by Gracie Poole there off of Payne Carlson was a very good effort. It just barely missed the line. Nine 6. Truckers on top here in the third set tonight. What a dig. Another great dig. You got players diving left and right and back and forth. Entertainment here in Comet Gym as the Comets score another point. Alexis Schultz serving once again for the Comets. Off to Waller. Off of number 2, Schultz. And the save attempt, or the dig attempt there by McKaylee Stevenson, not going to be enough for the Truckers as the Comets score another point, bringing it to 8-9. Truckers got up at most by 5 points there. A little error there. Lauren Zerowitz. Too much to handle there for Gracie Poole. Clintonville Truckers with a little miscommunication there as we are tied at 9. As I was saying, the Truckers were up by as most as 5 points here in this set. And the Comets got it figured out. What a save this would be. What a save that was. They're going to call 4 hits. There were only 3 hits there by the Comets, though. There were only 3 hits there. The officials call it 4 hits. That's why they blow the whistle and give the Truckers the point, but I only saw 3 hits there. I would ask my partner if he was right. And they're going to call this a jump and a reserve because there were only 3 hits. That was an incredible save there by the Comets. I believe that was Alexis Schultz who hit that back over the net. That one barely over the line. That's going to be a point there for Clintonville. 10-9. I still don't think the Comets are happy about the outcome of that save because I think they were about to get momentum on their side there. But apparently not. Megan Grippenschlag serving. Waller. Schultz. 10. It's Sydney Ruffalo. Ruffalo hit it off the end of her fist there. Didn't get over the net. 9-11. Grippenschlag with the serve. Peyton Carlson with the set. Another set there. And that's going to be a tip off of Clintonville. Going to go over the net. And Waupaca with another point. Payne Carlson serving this one. Grippenschlag off to Sazzy. Off of number 2. That is Schultz, Alexis Schultz to Sazzy. And once again, Stevenson, what a dig. What a dig by Waller. A block. Another save. And Grace Bogard off of that. Oh my goodness. What a rally we have going. Payne Carlson just going to set this one over the net for the Comets. Grippenschlag over the net. Waller. Bogard. Off of Waller once again to Carlson. Bogard's going to hit this one over. And she hits it in the center. What a save by McKaylee Stevenson to Waller. I don't even know the names anymore. This is getting crazy. Stevenson, too much. Comets with the point. What a rally. The back and forths there. Irene Los Santos, Gracie Poole, having some great saves there for the Truckers, but the Comets just playing great defense right now. 11s are the score here. Bailey Luce just mishits that one. And the Comets are back on top here in set number 3, looking to sweep in sets. Payne Carlson serving from the side. Keeping it on the side. That's going to be Grippenschlag. Over to Stevenson. Off of 15, Joanna Wick. Bogard. Into the net. Point for Clintonville. 12s. We have here in Comet Stadium. Another sponsor we have here tonight is Stone Innovations. Get your next countertop Islander stone wall from Stone Innovations. They specialize in fabrication, design, and installation of such a great variety of stone products for residential, commercial, and public structures. Look at Stone Innovations at stoneinnovations.net. That's stoneinnovations.net. Gracie Bogard, once again, hitting the ball too hard as the Clintonville Truckers get another point on the board. 13-12, Clintonville. Clintonville wants to extend this one to a 4th set so badly because they actually want to extend this to 5. Joannowick, point for the Waupaca Comets. Emily Waller is going to be serving this one for Waupaca. She thought she was being subbed out. She knew she was serving. She served that one with a lot of power over the net. That was a beautiful serve. Grippenschlag with the hit. Off of number 6 there, Michaela Myers. Off to number 2. Off to 14 and Grace Bogard. Bogard with a nice block there off of number 2. Irene Los Santos And another point for the Comets. Natalie Waller once again serving it on the line for an ace. Another ace for Waupaca. That's going to be number 4. Waupaca serving up the aces tonight, that's for sure. Off to DeJesus. DeJesus hits it. And that's going to be a point for Clintonville. Michaela Myers tried to get to that one. She couldn't get to the ball in time. Emily Taylor for the Truckers. Serving off of Waller. Off of Bogard. Bogard just pounds the crud out of the ball into DeJesus. DeJesus with the block, but she blocks it OB for a point for Waupaca. 16-14 Comets. Number 8 checking in the game for Waupaca. That's Rachel Thobabin. Checking in for number 2, Alexis Schultz. Number 9, Peterson with the serve. Off of Taylor, DeJesus. To Peterson. Grawl. Over the line, point for Clintonville. 16-15. Grippenschlag getting subbed out of the game for number 6, Lauren Zerowitz. Number 7, McKaylee Stevenson. Serving to Bogard, to Peterson, to Grawl. Grawl with a nice stuff over there. Zerowitz with a nice block. Waller to Peterson. Bogard right over. And sliding and falling is Emily Taylor. And it's going to be a point for the Truckers because I think that was Thobabin who went over the line for Waupaca. You cannot cross that center line where the net is and go on the other team's side. You cannot go to the opposition side. Bogard with a very nice hit over the net. Taylor with a good save. Sazy. Grawl. Grawl has been absolutely dominating off the ball tonight on the floor for Waupaca. 17-16 Comets. As they're retrieving this ball, we're going to talk about another sponsor for tonight. That's Waupaca Foundry. Working at Waupaca Foundry is more than a job, it's a career. Join us and make the iron castings the world uses the trust. Cast your own future. Apply at jobs.waupacafoundry.com. If you're looking for a job, Waupaca Foundry is it. Clintonville Truckers looking to score another point to tie this one up. Peyton Carlson off of the ball. Off of Peterson. 3 Comets dive on the floor. Absolute great effort to see there. What a stuff by Thobabin off of number 6, Zerowitz. And that's going to be tipped off of Emma O'Keefe, as the Truckers score another point on the board. 17 love. I'm having a lot of fun here tonight. Thank you for tuning in here to Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff. You guys are enjoying a great volleyball matchup. Here in the third set, Waupaca scores another point. Quick recap for tonight's game. Waupaca won the opening set 29-27. And just a great shootout there. Going in a deuce like 5 times. And then Waupaca absolutely dominated set number 2 on Clintonville. 25-6. Winning by 19, and that's going to be a point for Waupaca, going up 19-17. Not a good year. World War I. Olivia Grawl is going to be serving this one for the Comets. Up into Bailey Luce. To Taylor. To Zerowitz. Thobabin with the save. Another save. 15! What a save there by Joannowick! Incredible! Oh, and it goes off the net there. That looked like, that was Grawl who hit that one with a little too much, or a little too little, however you want to say it. Might have been too much air in the Jordans. I don't even think she's wearing Jordans though. Bazurowicz with the serve. Off of Waller, off of Carlson, off of Waller again. Not going to do it. And Clintonville ties it up at 19, Love. Looks like a different player is serving the ball for the Truckers, because that's Nicole Sazy. What a block there by Gracie Poole, the 5'11 senior for Clintonville, as Clintonville goes up 20-19 here in set number 3. We're going to keep you guys on the air here on Zaleski Sports, as Katy Perry is being played for you guys. Absolute fireworks going off tonight. Whitetail Properties. If you're looking for hunting or recreational property, just call Brian Roush with Whitetail Properties. That's at 715-213-4468. That's 715-213-4468. The Waupaca faithful jamming out to Firework. Sazy with the serve to O'Keefe. Out to Joannowick. Verbaden with a nice touch there over the net for Waupaca, going to tie it at 20-20. I would agree with you, Monkey. Absolutely banger gameplay right now. I appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. Waupaca ties this one at 20-20 here in set number 3. Sazy. And a little miscue there by the Comets. Not going to hurt them too much, but Clintonville looking to take their first set tonight here in set number 3. That was Irene Los Santos who had nice touch there on the ball. Grippentrog serving this one for Clintonville. Very light touch there on the serve. Calling for the ball there was Alexis Schultz, and Peyton Carlson with the hit over the net. Irene Los Santos off to Schultz, to Waller. Off of just absolute God-tier power, goddess power, coming from Peyton Carlson. Not enough to handle there for the Truckers. Payne Carlson serving this one for Waupaca as we're tied at 21. A nice dig save there, but it's not going to be enough for the Truckers. That was a nice dig save by Sazy, but just not going to be enough. Caught the... It looks like the Truckers are now playing in a 3-3 defense. They were playing a 3-1-3 or a 2-1-3 defense earlier. What an ace there by Peyton Carlson. 23-21. And the Comets have the Truckers on the ropes. We'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff. We will be back in just a second.
Fletcher's Jewelers is Waupaca's own local jeweler with an exceptional line of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, and a variety of bracelets. As your fourth-generation jeweler, they have the experience you can count on, with an emphasis always on you, the customer. Get the perfect necklace, rings, or bracelet in gold, sterling silver, or white gold. You've got the perfect gift for a birthday, anniversary, special occasion, or just because. They carry the top brands and even offer Wisconsin Badger and Packer items. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers.
Welcome back to WIAA Women's High School Volleyball here on Zaleski Sports, and the Comets are 1 point away from victory here in Comet Gym. The Truckers are on the ropes. Looking for the sweep. Peyton Carlson over to the side. It's going to be too much. And the Waupaca Comets with the sweep here tonight, taking it 3-0 over the Clintonville Truckers. The brooms are out here in the Comet Gym as the Truckers go down, still looking for their first win of the season. They will be getting their first win of the season. They put up a great fight in set number 1 of this game. Quick recap of how everything went down tonight. The Comets took the first set 29-27 in an absolute thriller first set. And then in the second set was just absolute domination coming from the Waupaca Comets, having 17 straight points. Waupaca absolutely loving this win. But as I was saying, in the second set, they had 17 straight serve points. Just something unheard of when it comes to volleyball. When you think of volleyball, it's all back and forth, but this just came from domination for Waupaca in the second set. And then in the third set, they just took that one 25-21. Entertaining first and third set, don't get me wrong here, but Waupaca is just a team that is built to go far, and just a great conference win overall. 6 straight victories for the Waupaca Comets. That might have been their first conference win of the year as well. Gonna take a look at the stat sheet here. They're 2-0 in conference play, actually. The team that they beat earlier this year in conference was Wrightstown. They won 3-1. That was their very first game of the season. That was in Wrightstown. Not going to be interviewing with head coach Liz Kinnear tonight, or the MVP of the game, but I would say the MVP of tonight's match was Olivia Grull. Olivia Grull, the 6'1" senior for the Comets, was there when she needed to be. She was placing the ball where it needed to be placed. She was catching the Truckers' defense sleeping. The Comets made the Truckers play from a 2-1-3 defense to a 3-3 defense. They caught them guessing. That's all they needed to do. They played the fundamentals of the game. When you play by the fundamentals of the game, you will be taking victory after victory. It was just a well-played contest from the Comets over the opposition tonight. Payne Carlson, she's showing her MVP self to the student faithful as well. She is a close second-place player in tonight's matchup. Definitely a lot more to improve upon. There are still some errors that were made. I'm sure they're going to clean up on that, but you're going to expect that to happen. It's tough to play a perfect game. I don't believe there's such thing as a perfect game unless you're bowling and you bowl 300, or you're in baseball and you throw a perfect game, striking out or getting 27 outs in a row without a runner on base. But just a great game tonight from the Waupaca Comets, and they have a lot to look forward to here in the season, as this team definitely has hopes of going far, making a big playoff run, going into the WIAA State Women's Volleyball Tournament, and maybe bringing home a trophy, a golden trophy, a golden ball for the Comets. I don't have much else to say here in the broadcast booth here. I'm Brendan Retzloff. I'm joined alongside me, myself, and I tonight, and I hope you guys have a good night here in Waupaca. We'll be right back for the post-game show, the Nasonville Dairy post-game show, presented to you by Nasonville Dairy here on Zaleski Sports. We will be right back.
As an athlete, there's one constant that remains the most important aspect of your game: injury prevention. Roberts Physical Therapy now offers the Pioneers Running Lab, your one-stop running center focusing on working with runners to prevent injuries and enhance your performance. From running exclusive sports like cross-country and track and field to running inclusive sports like football, basketball, baseball, and soccer, let Roberts Physical Therapy's Pioneers Running Lab meet you at the track, your home, or the field and help you prevent injury and keep on running. Call Roberts Physical Therapy with locations in Amherst, Plainfield, and Wisconsin Rapids.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no, one man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. We originally started out making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Queso Blanca, Queso de Fira, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back to Comets Gym here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Brendan Retzloff. Here for the post-game show, and we're not doing any interview today because it's just myself here tonight. So I just wanted to do a quick recap for everything that went down here in tonight's matchup between the Comets and the Truckers. The Comets ended up taking set number one, 29-27, in an absolute thriller of a first set. It's just such a good way to start off a game. A team that's looking for their first win of the season in Clintonville, and a team that's looking for 6 straight wins in Waupaca. Just to have that type of thriller of a set to call to open up the evening and the night, it was super fun to call. I appreciate all you guys in the YouTube comments for everything you're saying. I appreciate you guys so much. I thank you guys for tuning in as well. But set number 2 of the night, Waupaca they showed who their team is and what they do. They love to dominate with their tall players, and they love to spike it into the corners, serve some aces. 17 straight serves they had against the Truckers. Just pure dominance, winning their set 25-6. And then the final set of the night, it was also very entertaining up until the end, where Waupaca took it 25-21 over the Truckers in a clean sweep slate over the winless Clintonville Truckers. But just great effort seen tonight from both sides. The Truckers, they have a lot of work to work on here, a lot of things to work on, mainly the fundamentals of the game, but I know that they will come back strong next time that these two teams face each other in conference play up in Clintonville. So the Waupaca Comets, they got 6 straight victories. They're going to look for number 7, one of the hottest teams in the state, more than likely, after coming up big in a volleyball tournament, winning this past weekend. So not much else to say with everything that went down, but Olivia Grawl and Peyton Carlson were definitely the star players of tonight's matchup. Liz Kinnear absolutely doing great things with this team of Waupaca. We're going to close out the night. I hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast here tonight. I am Brendan Retzloff, joined alongside, once again, me, myself, and I. Closing it out here on Zaleski Sports. Once again, the final here is Waupaca 3, Clintonville 0, and a clean sweep here in Comets Gym. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.